Hi everyone, and welcome to the Abyss channel. Today I'd like to show you an unboxing and setup video for any of our Diana models. And in this case here we have a Diana TC, and it comes in a outer carton made of cardboard. So let's open this thing up. Either end's fine, and we'll show you what a Diana looks like coming out the box. All right, so we've got the one end open now, and we'll take the box out of the box, and you'll see that it says Diana in silver leaf. We'll set this Diana box off to the side here. And let's open up this magnetic box, and we'll get Diana out of here. So you first open it up, and inside is a setup guide. And on the back side, it shows some information. Go to the website for more info, accessories, and so on. A foam cover to cover everything. And inside the box here, you'll have, you want to see it at this angle, the cable comes on the top, and then you have the canvas bag that Diana comes in, which we'll set over here. And looks like there's also a foam pad, which is something that comes with been coming with Diana's for, I don't know, at least through this year. Something new. So you have an additional pad you can add to the headband in case you want to really fluff it up. And the Diana bag is a canvas case we have custom made. It's made in New York, actually, strict just for Diana. It has the Diana logo on the front, laser engraved by Abyss. And it's a nice canvas bag, dual zipper top. It has a little keychain holder here on it if you wanted to take that off and use it for your keys. It's a machined logo. Machined out of aluminum we make here. So open up, just pull this leather strap, dual zippers open, and Diana's inside in plastic. She comes out, and you could also see inside there's like a foam piece that's made to hold the shape of Diana. That's primarily made for shipping. I mean, the headphone's very sturdy, so you could remove that if you want more space in here. Most people probably leave the foam piece in there and just use it to hold the headphone. It's up to you. We have what looks like a custom color Diana. It's a forest green, I believe. This is a metallic dark green. It's cool. It's one of our custom colors. And you can see the shape of Diana. It's pretty flexible. Next thing to do is we're going to hook up the cable to this thing. And looking at the bottom of it, you'll see that there's two holes that are kind of notched into the body of the headphone. And there's actually a left-right component to this. If you look on the headphone itself, you'll see that one side's labeled R for right, and the other side's labeled L for left. And so that's the easy way to tell. The other thing to note is that the cables, when they come out of the headphone, will drape from the back of your head forward. So the openings for the cables are in the rear behind your ears. So that being said, let's take the cable out of the bag. This is a 1.5 meter long cable. It's a 4.4 millimeter on this one. You can order any connector style you want. You can order lengths up to 3 meters, I believe, with these stock cables. So that obviously is the amp end. These two ends that fan out are labeled L and R, so they'll match the L and R of the headphone. And they're a shaped connector. They're basically circular with a flat side to them. And you'll see that the opening in the bottom is the same kind of peg hole shape, circular with a flat side to them. So what you're trying to do when you plug these connectors in here is there's inside the opening in here, in the hole itself, is a small round jack, which is what this gold pin's going to go into. So you align the gold pin in the center hole here, and then rotate it so that the flat side of the plug faces the flat side of the opening, and just gently push in. So this one I'm holding here is left. It's got an L on it. I have an L here, so this is the left side of the headphone. Just basically try to find the hole there, which I did. The pin's in the round hole in the middle. It's centering itself. I have the flat side facing the ear pad of the flat, and I'll just gently push it in. It does a little snap in the end, and you'll see that it will sit flush with the headphone. So in the end, this connector will look like it's part of the bottom of the headphone, and all you'll see is the cylindrical part with the cable coming out. So if it doesn't sit flush, you got it. Something's not right. It's not pushed in all the way. It'll sit flush. It's a injected molded part that's made to go exactly into the machined aluminum side of Diana. So the other one says R, which it should, and this says R on the headphone too. And so we'll do the same thing on this side. We'll center the gold pin of the plug into the hole in the middle of the jack, and then line up the flat with the flat and give it a little push, click, done. So your headphone's ready to go. So now all you need to do is size it for your head. Diana is pretty responsive for different size head shapes. It has give laterally, horizontally, and vertically. And some things to note on this is, first of all, the sliders on the side, we call them sliders, but they're adjustment mechanisms. They're magnets on magnets. And so there's no moving parts in here at all. It's just magnets riding on different rows of magnets. You have the minimum opening, which is flush, which you see here. And then the next up is the next position, which is wider. Third position, wider so. Fourth position, 5 position. So you actually have 5 positions of travel on each side. And if you went full out on both sides, you could see this headphone gets pretty big. Like, I'll show it to you on my head. This would be like huge for me. I wear it one notch out to either side. So Diana's pretty universal in terms of the head shape it'll fit. And so we'll go back to, I know I wear one notch out, so I'll go one notch on either side. And what you're basically doing is you're adjusting the opening to either side so that it's comfortable. You want to rotate it forward or back because these ear pads are beveled or angled. They're not level. And the thicker portion of the ear pad will be here by the connector. They're magnetic ear pads. And if you want to remove them, normally what I suggest doing is you offset the headphone, right, and hold it. You don't want the headphone to bang into each other. So it's usually a good idea to only remove one ear pad at a time, leave the other one as a cushion. So remove the ear pad, and that would expose the driver and the serial number and the model number and so on. So they're magnetic ear pads. They're pretty easy to apply. They just snap in place. So the thickest portion of the ear pad, which happens to be where the stitching is right here, lines up where the cable goes in. So it's pretty easy. So that's where you want to keep it. These ear pads really aren't made to rotate or go in different positions like our bigger AB12666 headphones. So you want to pretty much keep them so that the stitched fattest portion is by the cable, which corresponds on your ear to behind your back ear here, lower where your head juts in. You want it to fill that area. So we'll put these on, show you. Basically rotate them a little bit back and forth, rotate the headphones so the pressure feels comfortable back here. Note that when you get a brand new pair of headphones, the ear pad materials are made of foam. They will give in time and shape to your head. So when you first put them on, if they're cold or they're brand new, just keep in mind that the foam will adjust over time as you wear them. So you get 10, 20 hours on your head. The warmth of your body warms the foam. It shapes to your head. And these things start to get like an old shoe at some point. So just don't worry about it when you first come out of the box. If it feels a little funny, it'll be fine once it wears in, breaks in. Okay, so we've got them on our head. We adjusted that. Again, while it's on your head, you can adjust the slider a little bit. Some people, if you're in between a step, you don't necessarily have to adjust both the left and right sliders the same. You could open one notch and leave the other one closed, and that gives you a finer adjustment range if it's more comfortable for you. It really depends. Everybody's head is different. It depends on the height of your head relative to your ears and how wide your head is. And keep in mind that these adjustments are kind of unique in that when you pull them out, because they're at an angle, you are not only lowering the height of the speaker or the earphone, you're also widening its stance and loosening clamp pressure. So let's say, for example, you've got these on your head and for some reason your head's wider than it is taller. And you're like, well, it fits this way, but now it feels a little bit too tight, which happens. It could be too loose too, happens. So, but what I'm getting at is that if you wanted to increase the height of this, even though you want it to be looser fit, you need to put some sort of spacing underneath the headband. If you raise the headband, this will raise the height of this, and you could pull them out another notch and completely reduce clamping pressure. So, these things don't have a high pressure to begin with. Most people don't need to deal with this, but if you did, one of the things we supply with the headphone is an optional pad you could stick on. It's designed to give you a little more cushion. Diana was designed to be a minimalist shape. So in other words, it barely looks like you're wearing a headphone. That's inherent in its design. In order to get away with doing that, everything had to be thinned out. Everything's trying to be minimized in terms of sticking out your head so it doesn't look like you're wearing some bulky thing. And you can go in public with something like Diana and people would barely even know you're wearing them. So it's kind of neat in that respect. But the trade-off in that is everything has to be thinned out. So if for some reason that the minimal padding we have on this headband, which it does have like a bumped out portion, you could probably see here in the front, but there's extra padding here and here, all right, to help out, and the center's open. So it's basically the existing headband is designed to keep pressure off this top center of your head, which some people are sensitive to. Others could care less. Just depends on you. So the stock headband will do that. But if you want to add a little bit of height to be able to pull down the sides, and or you want to add a little cushion, this is a very, very neat, soft pad that we had custom made. And you take it out and it just says, it's like a memory foam pad. It's got an adhesive back on it. It says Abyss here. It's printed on it. And what you do is you would remove the adhesive on here, and it usually helps to have somebody help you with this, because it's nice to have somebody hold the headphone spread out upside down while you sit and center this ear pad with the adhesive off. And usually what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tack the middle part first with your fingers, tack it down, all right, and then just kind of tack the sides, and you're done. So if you want the additional padding, it is removable, but keep in mind that if you take it off and put it back on again, it starts to lose its adhesive properties, because the sticky starts taking the fibers off the headband and it stops sticking. So usually I recommend try to get it right the first time. If you can't, readjust it the second time, but beyond that, it may not like sticking again. So it's not a permanent adhesive. It's made to remove. Now, don't panic either, because again, we could always send you another one. They can be replaced. So it's no big deal. All right. So we've got the pad, which we're not going to use here. We've got the fit, and that's it. Basically, put them on your head, plug them into your amplifier, enjoy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.